Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing some pickups, so grab a brew. Right then, got a bit of a mixed bag today. We've got a big item that I've been meaning to pick up for a while. Got around to it. And we've got a few games. Nothing majorly special, but a couple I've been after for a while. And falling in at the right price finally, so picked them up. So we're going to start with a big item. I'll spin the camera around, we'll crack it open, and then we'll discuss it a bit more afterwards. So, spin it. So as you can see, this is a massive one, this. I've had it hanging around for, what was delivery date on it? 14th of February I got this. So nearly a month now it's been here, and I ain't got that opening it. So, it doesn't take a miracle worker to guess what it is, I don't think, but we've got a PS5 Slim. It's actually lighter than I thought it was going to be. Let's get that box out of the way. There we go, we've got a PS5 Slim. I've got to admit, this is the first time I've ever bought a console and never been like mega excited. We'll talk more about it now. I'll spin the camera back now, we'll talk more about it. So yeah, PS5, big buy. I'm not going to unbox it about like that. There's plenty of unboxing videos online for stuff like this, isn't there? It's a big buy, but I say I'm not mega excited about it, to be honest. I thought I would be. I thought as soon as it turned up I'd be like, yes, new console. But A, I ain't got any games for it yet. I haven't decided what I want to buy. And B, I only really bought it because I was following a tradition. So, let me explain. At work, we've got a voucher system where if you go above and beyond at your job, people can award you vouchers. Now, I don't get that many of them, in all honesty. But you also get vouchers for long service awards. So, every 5 years, basically, they'll give you an amount of vouchers. And I've just come up to my 20-year service. In the past, so like when I've done 10-year service, it was like 100 quid you got. 15-year service, 150 quid. So I was expecting 200 quid for 20 years, but I actually got £400 worth of vouchers. So you can take these vouchers, it's like a store online, and you can pretty much get vouchers, trade your vouchers in from work for any vouchers for any stores. I always get Amazon vouchers because you can just buy anything off Amazon. And it's a bit of a tradition that I spend all my vouchers on consoles, to be honest with you. I bought a PSP from these vouchers, I've bought a PS Vita, and I also bought my PS4, all from these vouchers. So I had, bang on, £480 worth of vouchers after my long-term service award thing. So I thought, that's just like fate, isn't it? Slimmer's just come out, 480 quid, just buy one. Annoyingly, I think they've just announced a price drop, haven't they? So if I'd have hung on, because it's not like I'm in a rush to play it, if I'd have hung on, I'd been able to buy a game as well, wouldn't I? But there you go. It's a weird one, is PS5 for me. So I don't know what Sony are playing at. At the minute, I can't really see any crazy reason to own one. You know, there's like, I mean, what games are out that are only on PS5? Suicide Squad? I can't think of any others off the top of my head. I'm sure there is a few others, but it's like they've all got PS4 releases as well. And I'm quite happy playing a PS4, I'm quite happy playing a PS3 and a PS2. So, you know, graphically, PS5 to PS4, I'm not really that bothered. I know it does look a lot better when you see gameplay footage and stuff, but yeah, it don't bother me. When you've played games from all eras and you're quite happy to play games from any era, I don't think graphics is a big factor in gaming. It's more about the fun. So yeah, I think we're getting to that era now where Sony is going to start saying, right, you stop releasing them on PS4. Let's concentrate on pushing a PS5 and dropping the PS4 out of the catalogue. So it's about time to buy one. I mean, they've released the Slim console, you know. So, I mean, how long's it been out now, PS5? Couple of years? 2, 3 years? Maybe longer. I don't even know how long it's been out, to be honest with you. Like I said, because all the games are available on PS4, it's not something I've ever really looked into buying. Because I wouldn't want to spend my money on it either. I've only bought it mainly because I had that money to spend. It was free money, as far as I'm concerned. So, big chunk, get it spent, buy the console. And yeah, there's some good games coming out soon. There's the new Horizon game coming out. That's going to be PS5. It might have come out already. That's a PS5 exclusive. And I'm sure it'll carry on with like the God of War series and stuff like that. And as well as that, there is a few remastered games that I wouldn't mind picking up for PS5. Some of my favourite series have got remasters or special editions for PS5. So yeah, I'll be picking some up along the way. So yeah, get that one out of the way. It's probably going to stay in the box for a few more weeks, to be honest with you, until I actually buy a game for it. There's no point messing around setting it up just to look at it, is there? I'm not going to buy any bloody digital medium, I'll tell you that for now. So, yeah. Obviously, I've got the physical version with the disc drive and stuff. One other thing though, I think I'm going to have to buy some black faceplates for it. I do believe you can buy them in black. And I think they're about 70 quid for the set. But I just don't get why they've gone white. I really don't get it. Because all my consoles lined up for my PlayStations, I've got my PS2, PS3, PS4, all black. I ain't sticking this in the middle of it. It'll look like a dodgy porn film, won't it? Nah, not having it. Gonna have to get the black ones. Good thing about the Slim though, you get a bigger hard drive, don't you? I believe the old ones are quite a small hard drive, but it's 750 gig or something like that. What are these? A terabyte? What does it say? Not on the side here. 1 terabyte, yeah. I do like the pads for PS5, I have played on PS5s. I do like the pads, they're really, really smooth in your hand. So that is one great feature about them. Anyway, well, when I get a game, I'll talk more about that thing. Right, let's get on to some game pickups then. So we'll start with the most modern game and we'll work our way back. So first one I got is a PS4 game. Been after this one for a while. Looks like a cracking game. I saw it on someone's Hidden Gems video. I've never even heard of it, to be honest with you. And I think it's won BAFTAs and all sorts on it, yeah. Winner of 5 awards in the Game Awards and BAFTA winner games. So, really looks like a smart game, this. It's set in the Viking era, and it's like a third-person hack-and-slash type game. A lot of games I buy are going to be third-person hack-and-slash type games. It's from the guys who made Heavenly Sword, which is a cracking game in my opinion. They also made Devil May Cry, the DMC version on PS3. Again, it's a good game. It doesn't play like a normal Devil May Cry game. They changed up the combat, and it's not quite as fluid as the original Devil May Cry. Or it is fluid, but they changed it, and it didn't feel like the Devil May Cry combat sequence, because you didn't use R1 to lock on anymore and stuff like that. It was a bit odd, but it does play really well. It got slated, the DMC game, but when you play it for what it is, rather than playing it as a Devil May Cry game, cracking game. So this is made by them. Same sort of game, you know, hack and slash, running around. It looks absolutely stunning, really does. And if you play this with headphones on, the character's psychotic, I believe, and when you play with the headphones on, it's meant to like mimic psychosis, so like you'll get voices in your ears from one side to the other, and it's all in like a language you don't understand, so it's going to be like proper in-depth and crazy. I've seen some gameplay videos of it and I think it looks absolutely amazing, this one, so I really am looking forward to playing that. It's going next on my playlist is this one. So yeah, I'll let you know what I think of it after I've played it. But nice little addition to the collection, that one. Next one, I think we'll have to spin camera around for this one. I'll do a little bit of an unboxing for you. But again, a game I've been after it for a while. So we've got Bayonetta on the PS3. Same thing, hack and slash. I know what I like. This one, it's kind of an awkward one. I'll tell you what, let's do an unboxing and then we'll talk about it. So I'll show you it. So it's quite a nice little collector's edition, is this. It's called the Climax Edition. Comes with a little art book and stuff. It is nice. I've been looking out for this one for ages. It's not particularly rare, but to get it in good condition, you know, like no damage and not all smashed up and stuff, it is quite hard to find. So it comes with a standard edition of the game, not new there. And then we've got a soundtrack. Again, not amazing, it's a soundtrack. The soundtrack is really good on this game, though, to be honest with you. But as you can see, there's only, what, 6 tracks on there? So, nothing amazing there, but a nice little thing to have. But this is the sort of thing I really love. So, we've got the art book. I absolutely adore art books, I really do. So, if there's a version available that's got like art books in it, I generally do tend to buy them. And I've been looking out for this version for quite a while for a good price. If you look at like the buy it now listings on eBay, it tends to sell for about £80, £85. So it's quite a rare game. I browse eBay quite a lot, and this came up as a buy it now listing, and I just jumped straight on it. I think it'd only been listed about 5 minutes, and I got it for 20 quid posted. So can't complain at that for this. I'm not going to go through the whole art book, but you know, absolutely lovely item. And you can see how shiny it is. It's in absolutely spanking condition, it really is. And I do like these cases that have got like, it's like a matte case, and then you've got like a shiny bit on it, a gloss part on it. And it looks absolutely stunning, does that one. So yeah, really happy to have this one back in my collection. I was just going to buy the standard version until I really sat down and thought about it, and I thought, I don't really want just standard stuff in my collection. If it's a collection, I want to get the like really good set pieces, because the collection is the part of my gaming habit. But I like to just sit down and admire what I've got, so I'm always going to go for the nicer versions where available, as long as they're a decent size. Like this is only just bigger than a normal game. I'm not going to buy the massive figurine box sets that come up, because I'm trying to keep my collection under control, and that means keeping it on a shelf with, I've got a cupboard actually, so it's a cupboard with 3 shelves on it, and it's got doors on it, and then I can just close it away and I can not think about it. If it was somewhere where I was staring at it and I had collection figurines all over the place, I'd be like constantly thinking, oh, I could do something there and put something there. So being able to box it all away, that is my happiness then. I can open it up and I can just be happy to look at it. So yeah, if there's special editions available and they're a reasonable size, I'll pick them up. Bayonetta is a game, really good hack and slash game, but I must admit the PS3 version is not as good as the 360 version. And I'm not a big fan of the 360, but the PS3 version has got some really bad slowdown issues. It still plays really well, but loading screens and stuff, it's like, I don't know, when a boss fight comes along, it just takes forever. You get like really bad slowdown, and then when you go to the save screen, it takes a million years to bloody open up. It's got some real bad issues like in that way, but it doesn't really affect the gameplay. The gameplay itself is just amazing. It's like Devil May Cry on acid. It's brilliant. You can use a hair to summon like demons out of the underworld and stuff. Oh, yeah, cracking game. There is a re-release of it on PS4. I believe it's packaged with Vanquish, and that version gets rid of all the slowdowns, all the bugs that were in the PS3 version, so I will probably pick that up at some time as well, just for playing on. This is for collecting, I'll get the other one for playing. But yeah, cracking game, really happy to add that to my collection. Moving on, we're going back another area now, back to PS2. Got a couple of PS2 games I've been meaning to pick up for a while, and again, got them both cheap. So first one we've got Maximo Army of Zin. I'm a big advocate for Maximo. I have played Maximo the first one recently, I say recently, last couple of years, and I don't know, there's a bit of rose tinted glasses going on that game, I must admit. The first few levels, the camera is absolutely atrocious. I never realised it when I played it the first few times, but it's really atrocious. You settle into it, you get used to it after a while, but I think it's in that era where 3D games were still quite novel and new, so the camera systems are all still being worked on and being improved on. This game, however, I've played this again, this really improves on it. They've ironed out all the creases, they've got this game absolutely cock on. If you've never heard of the Maximo games, it's basically Ghouls and Ghosts 3D. Plays very much like a Ghouls and Ghosts game. You can get your armour smashed off. etc, etc. There's chests hidden under the ground that only pop out when you walk in certain areas. The scenery lifts and rises and falls. It's a great little game. Not too expensive. I think I paid £8 for this, and it's in absolutely spanking condition, fully complete. Obviously, absolutely spanking, not a crease on it, not a mark on it. And that's how I'm going to buy my games, to be honest with you. I'm not against hunting in the wild. I really are. I think it's good fun. But you go to CEX, you go to charity shops, and you're stuck with what's available. I'd rather spend a bit more money, go on eBay, get loads of pictures, make sure the game is absolutely spanking and the version I want, rather than just being able to pick up what's available. If it's something I'm taking a punt on and I'm not sure whether I'll like it or not, and I see it in a charity shop for £1, I'll buy it, don't get me wrong. But afterwards, if it's got a bit of damage and it's a game I want to keep, I have done it once or twice actually. If it's a game I want to keep and the one I've got's not perfect or there's a better edition, then I get rid of it and I buy the version I want for my collection. So for trying them out, I don't mind, but for a game that's going straight into my collection, gotta be perfect, gotta be right. So yeah, not much to say about that one really, other than it's a great game. Finally, for today, I have bought more games, but we'll talk about that in a minute. Finally for today, we have Fahrenheit for the PS2. Again, great little game this one. I've got to admit, I wasn't sure whether I'd like this when I first played it back in the day. It's not the sort of game I'd normally play. It's more of a adventure game than my usual hack and slash, going in, running, guns blazing sort of game. But it does play really well. It's like a murder mystery. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Google it, basically. I don't want to ruin it for you because it is a good game, and the more you talk about these games, this, Heavy Rain, you know, I think Heavy Rain is like an unofficial sequel to this. But the more you talk about them, the more you ruin the game. But it's a murder mystery, basically. This version is a pain to find in good condition. So, again, if I'm buying the versions for my collection, I want them to be bang on, I want them to be the right version. So this has got a slip cover on it, and the slip cover's got a little flap that opens up. And hopefully you can see just how spanking and new and shiny that is. Normally there's creases and wrinkles and all sorts on this version. So this flap here is always damaged. I've turned a few copies down because of the damage, to be honest with you. But this one is absolutely spanking. Again, normally quite an expensive game when it's in this condition, but I picked it up quite cheap. £15-ish, I think, which is reasonable in my opinion. And the game itself is absolutely mint condition. There's not a mark on it. I don't think it's ever been played looking at this. The disc hasn't got any scratches or like that. It looks brand new out of the box. So really happy to add that one into my collection. I won't be adding that many of these games, to be honest with you. I'll probably buy Heavy Rain. I did enjoy that as well, but I think the quick time events in that were just a bit too random. So you'd be enjoying a cutscene and all of a sudden there's like a quick time event where you wouldn't expect one, and it was like, shit, quick, do something. And you've switched off because you're watching the cutscene, and then all of a sudden it's bang. So yeah, I found it annoying at times, Heavy Rain, but great game again. Really are good games these. So worth picking up if you like that sort of thing. And that's it for now, that's it for pickups. I have bought other games this month, but the other games I've bought are part of series. So my camera just cut out of my there. I don't know where we got to. Before I go, I'd just like to say massive thank you for everyone who's watched. Really felt good to see the comments on my first video and see that I've been welcomed back. I was going to make this video originally straight after my first video that I made, and I just ran out of time. Life gets in the way, doesn't it? So I've actually uploaded and seen the comments on my first video now, and I was blown away by how welcoming you all were. I mean, I've changed direction, haven't I, obviously, and I know a lot of people used to watch me for the Mega Drive stuff and the Master System stuff. So it is good to know that people are still interested in watching me for more modern gaming. It's because that's the direction I'm going to be going in now. I might do a few older gameplays and stuff like that still, because I do play old games, I just don't buy them. So yeah, thanks a lot for that. Really, really appreciate it, and it felt good to be welcomed back into the community, it really did. So that's it for today anyway. A few nice little pickups there. And I think I'm going to do a collection video next. As I just mentioned, doing series, showing you the whole series. I'll do one of them next. Yeah, and we'll see where we go from there. You know, we're making a fresh start. I don't know which way I'm going to go with each video and stuff yet. So we'll just see what happens, play it by ear. Either way, I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!